Greetings, this is the latest from Mckoys News Center. An alleged incident involves a female member of the U.S. Navy who is accused of reportedly arranging payments to individuals for the purpose of harming her husband's daughter and the child's mother, who is also the military police officer's ex-partner. In Kingston, Jamaica, Leota Bradshaw, a U.S. Navy petty officer, stands accused of orchestrating the abduction and murder of a 10-month-old daughter belonging to Member of Parliament Philip Paulwell and the child's mother. Shockingly, it is alleged that she paid individuals to carry out these heinous crimes. These allegations were disclosed in a press release from the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions on Friday, subsequent to the revelation by the police that 27-year-old Tashina Patterson and her 10-month-old daughter, Saria Paulwell, were tragically murdered and their bodies discarded. The claim asserts that Bradshaw had a prior relationship with Paulwell, with whom she shared a child, considering him her spouse. As a U.S. resident, she purportedly arrived in Jamaica on September 6 and almost immediately conspired to kidnap and murder Tashina Patterson and her 10-month-old daughter, Saria Paulwell, with the assistance of her cousin Roland Balfour, Richard Brown, and Roisin Miller. In the discussions leading up to September 9, 2023, the ODPP release states, an agreement was reached under the direction of Leota Bradshaw for these men to carry out the kidnapping and murder of Tashina Patterson and her 10-month-old daughter, Saria Paulwell. Ms. Patterson was the mother of Mr. Philip Paulwell's child. This plan also involved a partial payment by Leota Bradshaw to the men for the successful execution of the plan. It is further claimed that on September 9, Bradshaw took Patterson and her 10-month-old daughter from their residence on Gilmore Drive in Kingston in a tinted SUV. The mother and child were subsequently delivered to a group of men, including two of Bradshaw's co-conspirators, in St. Andrew. Patterson and her daughter were forcibly transported to an area in East Kingston, where they met a tragic end at the hands of the armed men. The ODPP has charged Bradshaw with 2 counts of conspiracy to murder, 2 counts of conspiracy to kidnap, 2 counts of kidnapping, and 2 counts of capital murder. Richard Brown, also known as Richie, of a Kingston address, faces charges of 2 counts of conspiracy to murder, 2 counts of conspiracy to kidnap, 2 counts of kidnapping, and 2 counts of murder. Roland Balfour, a 30-year-old assistant graphic designer from Kingston, has been charged with 2 counts of accessory before the fact to kidnapping and 2 counts of accessory before the fact to murder. Roisin Miller, a 29-year-old air conditioning technician, faces charges of 2 counts of accessory before the fact to kidnapping and 2 counts of accessory before the fact to murder. The capital murder charges against Bradshaw are based on the assertion of a contract for hire arrangement, where she allegedly paid individuals a sum of money to kidnap and murder Tashina Patterson and Saria Paulwell, in contravention of Section of the Offences Against the Person Act. Bradshaw and Balfour appeared in the Home Circuit Court on Friday through a voluntary bill of indictment, and are scheduled to return to the court on December 1, 2023, for further proceedings, as announced by the ODPP.
As the JCF continues the investigation into the disappearance of Tashina Patterson and her 10-month-old child, Saria Paulwell, from their homes at 3 Gilmore Drive, Kingston 20, on Saturday, September 9, 2023, I wish to inform the public that we are now satisfied by the overwhelming evidence secured that both Tashina Patterson and her 10-month-old baby, Saria, were brutally murdered and their bodies burned and disposed of. It is one of the most painful investigations for the team since recent times. However, the team of investigators continue to be professional and remain focused. Charges in relation to the investigations have been preferred as follows. Leota Vanessa Bradshaw, 34 years old, petty officer in the U.S. Navy. She was charged with 2 counts of conspiracy to murder, 2 counts of conspiracy to kidnapping, 2 counts of kidnapping, 2 counts of murder. Roland Lloyd Balfour, 30 years old, assistant graphic designer, of 67 Commission Road, Kingston 2. He was charged with 2 counts of conspiracy to murder, 2 counts of conspiracy to kidnapping, misprison of felon. Roshane Miller, 29 years old, AC technician of 1B Camperdown Road, Kingston 16. He was charged with 2 counts of conspiracy to murder, 2 counts of conspiracy to kidnapping, and misprison of felon. Richard Brown, OC Richie, OC Gerla, 31 years old, graphic designer of 2 Campden Road, Kingston 16. He was charged with 2 counts of conspiracy to murder, 2 counts of conspiracy to kidnapping, and 2 counts of kidnapping. The DPP has obtained a voluntary bill, and the case will be taken directly to the Supreme Court. The investigation continues. I will not go into more specifics regarding the investigation, but as I said, this is one of the most painful experience for the investigators, and I want to commend the investigators who are directed from CIB headquarters by Superintendent Champagny and the team, as well as those from St. Andrew Central, which is headed by DSP Price.
Subscribe to Mckoys News for breaking news and updates.